So these are sort of the 7 types of common hooks that I see. You may find something different, but again, these are the most common ones I see that play across whether it's nonfiction, memoirs, fiction, or poetry. If you're doing some of these sorts of things, these are the ones that we're going to do. Cliffhanger, analogy, the bold claim, personal, teaser introduction data, sort of teaser question, and ultimately the teaser data. So I'm going to walk through all of these for you now. The key thing to start with here is the easiest one that I think is a good one to remember. This is the idea of what's called the cliffhanger teaser, the cliffhanger hook. Now, the cliffhanger itself, if you've ever watched the movie or ever watched a trailer to it, you hear this sort of, they say something and then you hear dun dun dun. It's almost this sort of thing that, like, you know something bigger is coming. That's the idea of the cliffhanger. And so we're going to tell just a snippet of something that's going to sort of keep our attention to sort of say something big is happening by sort of leaving us on our edge of our seats. We're right at the edge of the cliff before we go over. Now, typically what's going to happen when you write a hook is you're going to write sort of, again, these 1 to 12 sentences that are going to help us set up the things. And then there's what's called a hook statement. The hook statement, again, is sort of the last thing that leads us right before we go into the actual story itself. So here's some examples of cliffhanger statements. But what he didn't know was that this would change everything, dun dun dun, right? Or this would set up a dramatic chain of event, dun dun dun, or she couldn't have known what would happen next. These are the key things that happen in that way. And so this is an example. I put some examples in, excuse me, quip for you. With that simple exchange, my life was about to be changed forever. This idea of sort of setting them up in that way.